Halloween, the spookiest day of the year, full of spiders, witches, skeletons, and bank slips. The night of trick or treat made me think about fear, but not the old one, fear of intimidating creatures or monsters, or whatever can harm you physically, but the fear of dying figuratively, the social death, we could say. Social death is hitched, for example, to the fear of disappointing your parents, fear of not getting a romantic relationship, fear of dishonor, and the famous FOMO. So, is that fear what makes you jump out of your bed in the morning? So, let's get things started. Come on, let's get this crap out of my face. Hey there, I am PhD and welcome to Como Vai a Vida, the channel that will deliver you your weekly dose of lucidity. And today I'll talk about fear. More likely the new fear that society creates in us. If you already liked the theme, please subscribe to the channel. Remembering that this video is in English for research purposes. And by that I mean, will be the video more viewed if it's more accessible? Well, don't know. And if you are my Brazilian subscriber, please be sure to have the subtitles activated. Well then, let's begin. First of all, let's talk about the basic fear. According to dictionaries, fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. Translating, the fear of death or body harm. One of the most old but reliable and important instincts we have as animals. Do you know the sentence, "Don't get into fights that you can't win," or something like that? Well, that's the fusion between fear and prudence. Lucidity, if I may. Now let's hop into the modern fear, we could say. The first one of there is the fear of dishonor. Samurais in the old Japan were supposed to accept a defeat with honor, no matter the cost. It was way better to die, but maintain the honor of your blood, than to beg for your life and sacrifice your honor instead. After all, without honor, your life were worthless, and you would be socially dead. The second new fear is just one of the tons of problems social media causes in your minds for evil. The FOMO, or fear of missing out, is the fear of being disconnected, uninvited, or simply forgetting something. Could it be something more important, like your friend's birthday, that you did not congratulate him because he did not log into Facebook that day, so you didn't remind? Or can be some bigger bullshit, like not knowing what's going on Twitter threads. In other words, the FOMO is the fear of unawareness. The third fear we have is the fear of disappointing. When you were a kid, have you ever felt terrified because of your grades at school? Like, oh damn, my dad's totally going to kill me because of those grades. Or maybe fear of being isolated of your group of friends just because you don't like something they like? Those two examples represent the fear of disappointment, or better, the fear of unapproval, and it's mainly caused by the human need of social approval, even more if you're a woman. Not being sexist here at all, I swear. It's psychology, but that feminine thing is theme for another video. The fourth fear we have is the fear of not being in control. This one I got a really good example. When I was a kid, I get extremely terrified of roller coasters. Not because it was too fast or too high or something like that. It's because I thought that the structure would fall apart and, well, you know what comes next. This fear is totally related to not trusting other people. Or maybe yourself in some cases, but mainly other people. Can it be not trusting the builders of the roller coaster? Not trusting police because of its internal corruption and racism most of times? Or even not trusting both Joe Biden and Donald Trump? One for its relations to big tech and giant companies, and the other one for its silliness. The fifth fear we are talking about today is the fear of a broken heart. If you ever broke up in a hard way, have a toxic relationship, or even discovered that the person you love is a real demon, like me, you know how bad it feels, right? And obviously, you don't want to feel that again. Of course, I can't judge you, no one wants. But there are people that really are scared by the idea of trying again. The name of this fear, the fear of broken heart, is the best example of fear of negative emotions. And it is related to the lack of emotional maturity, psychological diseases like anxiety that you might got, and lack of healthy relationships. You know, people you can lean on. The last fear I'll be talking about today is the fear of a red pill. People usually prefer the illusion, being able to forget things, ignore people, and even pay a lot for it. Being it a man that pays a prostitute to feel loved and sexually fulfilled. A person that thinks it's perfect because of blindness done by pride. And even a woman that feels empowered for buying a product of a company that did a feminist broadcast. Truth hurts most of times. And that's life. This fear is related to the last one I said here, the fear of negative emotions. But this one is especially quaint, we could say, and I'll do a video just about it in the future. For example, the weirdest things we can do as society to avoid harm and fear at all costs, even sacrificing our freedom. That's why I'll be getting a part 2 of this video, because if I talked everything today, it will be so big that no one would watch it. Please be sure to subscribe and stay tuned to watch the part 2 next week. And liking the video or not, remember, love and hate lead us to the same way. Thanks for watching and see ya!